What's up, you guys? My name is Grady, and on this channel, I listen to country music and whatever else I want to. And I have no time to make a video right now, but I have to. I absolutely have to. Because I have just heard the best album I've heard this whole year, and in a long, long time. And I'm talking about Lori McKenna's The Tree. Now, Lori McKenna, if you don't know who she is, she's a songwriter. She's based out of Massachusetts, actually, a wife and mother of 5. And she often writes with the Love Junkies. That's Liz Rose and Hillary Lindsay and her. And they've written, such songs as Cry Pretty for Carrie Underwood and Girl Crush. And Lori is probably most famous for writing Humble and Kind, which was one of the only huge solo writes to ever kind of blow up in the modern country radio era. And gosh, if you like songwriting, you have to check out The Tree. You absolutely have to. We got to start considering Lori right there with like Jason Isbell and BJ Barham from American Aquarium, and as one of the best songwriters of this entire generation, because her songwriting is so stunning that it's hard to believe. Let me just jump into this album. I'm not going to make any edits in this video because other than the one I'm about to make right here. Sorry, my camera was messing up for a second, but like I said, I got to shoot this video. There's not going to be any edits. This is just going to be what I think, because I got to hit the road in less than an hour. This album is, the Tree, I will say this, has blown me away. I cried 4 times on my first listen. It is an album about home, and it really brings to life mundane little details into exquisite beauty. Lori is writing as this resilient mother who is patient and has common sense and has faith, and all of these things are woven together. I don't know, like maybe woven is a good term for this, because in some ways she could write about a blanket and it would be the best lyric you've ever heard. Let me just read you a couple things that stood out to me on I've listened to this album like 5 times today. I love in The Fixer we talk about having kitchen drawer knobs. We talk about chain link fences on Young and Angry again. We talk about backyards and having a Bible by your bed. How mother's like a hummingbird in the living room and can't sit still. How she's snipping threads from the towel. How she's sweeping after the dogs. There's a lot of cleaning on this record. There's a lot of daily life. And it's a very different thing than selling the escapism of a lot of Nashville songs. There's no spring break. There's no lottery win. There's no anything other than just sort of the simple, beautiful, regular life that she brings to life the way a great novelist does. And hey, and like Patsy would, that's what she says she wants to do. She wants to write like Hemingway, and sing like Patsy would, which is such a good, like, classic country lyric. And I think she does it. I think regarding her voice, it's this kind of matter-of-fact, reedy voice that I think Dave Cobb does an excellent job on the production of this record. And lately, sometimes I think he makes records a little over ambient, and I think on this record he does such a good job of letting it breathe and just having very light percussion and acoustic instrumentation, just basically her and guitar usually, and it sounds gorgeous. Now, the themes of this record, like I said, are ones of motherhood and patience and family and home. There's a lot of home. I think you can feel that on songs like The Tree. It's obviously a metaphor for the family tree, but also it's talking about a real tree. On songs like People Get Old, which is the only perfect score I've ever given on this channel, you have her flipping the light switch and walking down the halls and really paying reverence to her father and her memory of him. On a song like You Won't Even Know I'm Gone, she is cleaning up the whole house and doing all this stuff and putting dinner on the stove and out by 5, and the husband and kids, they won't even know she's gone as she's hitting the road to go make music. And what I love is that song and this whole record, it lacks any bitterness. This isn't that kind of like side-eye song of like, I'm the mom and you don't pay attention to me. It's saying, you won't even know I'm gone, and there's some wistfulness in that. But by the end of the song, she's hoping they won't know she's gone. She wants the best for them. And that's really, that hopefulness runs through this whole record to me. It covers it. And it is so beautiful and inviting to listen to. Even a song like A Mother Never Rests. It's really an appreciation of motherhood, even as it's talking about some of the hard realities of being a mother. all through this record, she is appreciating people. Her father on People Get Old. She's sort of observing a relationship on The Fixer, which is a completely heart-wrenching song about a couple's relationship that's ravaged by some kind of illness, that is right there with Jason Isbell's Elephant as, you know, a truly stunning song. She has a song on here. I mean, she has a song on here called Happy People. She has a song on here called The Way Back Home. That's basically saying, like, if you get lost, you can come back home. Think of your backyard. There's this level-headedness that probably comes from having a bunch of children and having a piece of your soul connected in all of their tensions that makes her very able to deal with sort of the drama of people's lives in a very kind-hearted way. I think that the song's Young and Angry Again, that the song Young and Angry Again is a little bit of that same wistful feeling, as is The Lot Behind St. Mary's. These are two songs on the album in which she's looking back on her old life and the sort of rebellious streak and smoking by the bleachers and wearing like tighter jeans and all this stuff, and how life didn't really turn out the way that she thought it would in kind of her idealized young way. But again, there's not this bitter streak through there. It's really she captures a time and place so beautifully. It's really painting a picture of what that time was in her life and in her relationship with her husband. Man, You Can't Break a Woman is a pretty interesting song about, you know, if you let someone down too much, there are consequences to pay. You can't break a woman's heart if she's already moved on from you. And just, guys, I don't even know what to say. This album just kept making me cry. It made me feel understood in a way. Like, oh, my way of seeing the world is valid, because there is all of this loveliness in the little nails that stick out of the floorboards, and in the habits of people in your family, and in the chain link fence behind in that vacant lot that everyone knew in their town. I mean, there's all of this calm reflection, and it's so moving. I really feel it's unifying. I think as everyone is kind of planting a flag and saying, this is what I believe, this is what I believe, Lori's just saying, like, this is my life, and it's clearly not all about her. And I think in doing that, that's actually unifying. You know, we all have a family, we all have a mother, and for Lori to be able to say, to lay out all these details, that's actually unifying. Just kind of showing us what we have in common instead of what separates us. And really rooting, tree pun, in the mundane beauty of life. Man, I'm completely overjoyed by this album. I kept crying and crying and crying. I mean, I wasn't like sobbing, but like I was walking around Walmart, which is kind of a perfect place to listen to this record, and I started crying on You Won't Even Know I'm Gone. And then I started crying again on The Lot Behind St. Mary's. This album is so good. I'm going to give it 9.5 beards out of 10. Why not 10 out of 10? I don't know. It could have like maybe one more upbeat song. That would be my only critique of it, but that's not the record this is. You know, this is a songwriter's record. It reminds me of Iris DeMent in a way. It reminds me of Patty Griffin in a way. The song A Mother Never Rests reminds me a lot of Mary by Patty Griffin, which is one of my favorite songs. And then sort of the plainness with which she speaks reminds me a lot of Iris DeMent, and it's so effective. Guys, I can't say enough good things about this album, but I have to stop. I mean, I gotta go. I gotta go to Philly. I gotta go. I already worked out. Down 12 pounds. Things are going good. I just had to get this review up. If you like it, if you like this album, shout it from the rooftops. I think Lori deserves to be one of the most recognized songwriters of our age, and it's because she's so good. This is... how would I sum up this record? Just... it's like... familiar, and real, and honest, and kind. It's like a mother. I want Lori to be my surrogate mom. Love my mom, but I love the nurturing spirit for the people in her life that is on this record. So I gotta stop raving. I gotta post this video. Go listen, go cry, and let me know what you guys think of this record. Absolute album of the year contender. Okay, bye y'all.